So, the Xiaomi 13 Pro. It's of course recently released, and it's no surprise that we of course get that Leica branding on it, because they collaborated with Leica for the Xiaomi 13 Pro, just like the 12S series. But we really didn't get that one, did we? But when it comes to the Xiaomi 13 Pro, there are a lot of impressions that I already have about it. Some things that I truly love, and one is definitely slept on when it comes to a lot of shots out there. It's the telephoto. Yes, I know we have a 1-inch sensor and that's amazing, and we're gonna discuss that. But the telephoto is actually really good. Not only does it have movable parts in it to allow focus for close and a little bit further away, but also when you take those shots, it is so good at separating the subject and allowing the blur on the background to make that shot look so good that it almost looks like it's taken on a professional high-end camera, that I will say that probably at the moment is one of my favorite sensors on the Xiaomi 13 Pro. Because macro photography overall is something that I truly enjoy. And yes, we also have that 1-inch sensor that is amazing, but I do have some feedback for it. Anyway, let's jump into the first impressions camera review video so far. So with the new Leica collaboration, there are definitely things that I also want to discuss. Yes, we do have our portrait mode that allows for some amazing effects, but we also of course have our filters, if you want to call it that, because I feel like that's more like Instagram, where this feels that it actually has style instead of just planting a layer on top of it. It doesn't look like that. It's done really well and properly integrated. But when it comes to the Leica collaboration, there are definitely benefits to it. I love the filmic mode, for instance, that just creates results that I truly enjoy when it comes to taking shots on it. Yes, it doesn't work for every situation, but that is where the fun is, because you can play around with it, have different styles, have different situations created directly from the camera. In every single camera mode that you are in. If you want to zoom in and use that filter effect, no problem. If you want to have your ultra wide and use that effect, no problem whatsoever. That allows me to simply play around with not only different sensors that we have on here, but also different styles. That makes the Xiaomi 13 Pro really fun to play around with. Now, don't get me wrong, there is one feedback that I have when it comes to the Xiaomi 13 Pro so far, and that is the contrast. While I don't think it's necessarily way too much, it's definitely too much, especially during times where you have a little bit of rain, cloudy situations and so on. Definitely there, I will say that it's too contrasty. Shots look a little bit off there, and that's one area that I feel like Xiaomi needs to work on when it comes to the Xiaomi 13 Pro. But of course we can see updates later on and see where it is at later on, because I'm always doing like a year after or so on review for it. Either way, that's my feedback so far when it comes to the camera, and we'll find out whether this is updated or not later on, but this is what we have now. Either way, let's look at some more shots with those filters and effects and talk about it as well. So I want to start with showing the 3.2 times zoom and then macro, because this is one of those things that I truly love when it comes to the Xiaomi 13 Pro. It executes it really well, allowing the subject to stand out, as you're seeing right now on the screen itself. It is excellent to have, and I really love this addition, but it allows it to stand out in a way where I feel like this has been taken on a professional camera with a high f-stop. Really impressive. And yes, it also works for portraits. Those pictures that I've taken though, people didn't feel comfortable, and one is a bit younger, so therefore I don't feel like I should showcase it. And of course, taking a portrait of yourself is quite hard, because simply put, you don't have anything to frame yourself with. So it's trial and error and just hope for the best, I guess. When it comes to black and white, again, this is something that I already tested on the Mi 11 Ultra when it had that 12S camera effect. But overall, black and white looks excellent. You can create some stunning shots in black and white, especially if the subject looks a little bit older, like that Volvo that I'm showcasing, and so on. It allows for such a nice effect overall. Black and white has been done excellent. Well done, Xiaomi here. And here we go. Again, it's all about the ability to play around with it. Filmic mode is really fun as well, especially during some shots where it really stands out, allowing that shot to look so different but yet so styleful. Really love the filmic mode as well, and probably one of my favorites. And of course, because we do have a 1-inch sensor, I feel like I should show some natural depth. So here's some shots with natural depth as well to showcase what the 1-inch sensor does in terms of that. So, the Xiaomi 13 Pro, at the end, if you want a phone that allows the possibility to create portraits that are amazing, if you want to have macro shots that are amazing, then yes, the Xiaomi 13 Pro is really good at it. It struggles a little bit more when it comes to animals, especially like I tried to take some shots of swans, and I definitely noticed that it isn't perfect in edge detecting. But overall, I will say that portrait mode is really good, and I love the results that you're getting. It has a lot of character to it, and I think Xiaomi overall does that really well when it comes to understanding that. Either way, so far my impressions of the Xiaomi 13 Pro is that, yeah, when it comes to photography, this is definitely a phone that I love. And together with Vivo, I just love going out with both of these phones and just test it, just play around with it and just have fun with it. In the imperfections that you can create with the Vivo and so on, it's just so much fun. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this short video on the Xiaomi 13 Pro, and these are my first impressions when it comes to the camera, not a full review of it, and we're gonna find out later what I think about it and also add some video recording as well. Either way, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like and so on. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Let's find out if we can. Either way, have a good one and talk to you guys in the next.